Okay. All right, that's looking all right. It looks like you've simplified the camera, if I remember correctly, which is good. I think one of the things I mentioned last time, yeah, and there's some good poses here. Um, One of the things I mentioned last time is I think you're going to want to put his hand in IK mode. So let me just show you that, at least this one. So let's just try putting it in IK mode, and then just going to delete the keyframes off of that. Where's delete? Um, oh, I meant to do it off these, but it doesn't matter. Well, I'll do those too. Okay. And so let's go back to the beginning. Let's delete the keyframes off of this. Um, start out with something like that. Set a keyframe. So then maybe like here, the hand slides in a little bit to kind of support his weight. Maybe even gets further underneath him. And maybe this guy, let's delete the keyframes off of that. It's a little lower there. Okay. Why did it pop? Oh, how did I get an extra keyframe there? I don't know what I did. Alright. And see how the hand, because it's stuck on the ground, it really looks like it's now kind of pushing him up more. Yeah, and then here, what would be good is if you had his foot planted. See, his foot doesn't really plant until here. So what I might do is get rid of this one, take this guy, move that back much earlier. Okay, so he's got his hand bracing him, he's pushing up with his hand, then he gets his foot placed, and so now that he's pushing up with this foot, this hand can start, I'm going to set another keyframe here, and this hand can start going up, with his body. Don't let it overextend like that, you'll want to control it where it is. So slides back, pushes up to sitting, he slides his foot back pretty quickly, gets that foot's braced, now the foot is doing the pushing, the hand lifts off the ground. And you can fix the timing and position of that, and continue to animate it, obviously, to keep up with where it should be. But I think that's going to be much stronger if you use an IK hand. You'll have to reanimate the arm, but it'll be worth it. Also, look out for interpenetration, like here. So just just be aware of that stuff if you're going to keep this one in FK. Actually, I could probably keep this hand on a little bit longer. Just a few more frames until just a couple more actually. Yeah, when it really straightens out there. And then, like probably pretty quickly rotate that down. And then, yeah, and then continue to animate it up, etc. I think it went too high here. And then obviously you don't want it to lock, you have to keep animating it. But I think that's going to be much stronger for you. The other thing I would say generally is it'd be nice to vary the pacing, because the pacing is really even. It's just this super slow, even thing. I guess it does speed up a little bit when he stands up. But I think I understand he's waking up here, but you know, maybe get that last bit a little faster or something, you know, and maybe this part could be sped up a little bit too. So, like if you selected all your controls, I'm just going to turn everything off and just turn on curves and select all of these. So that looks nice and quick. And like this part could be slow, but maybe like this part, maybe that gets a little faster. You have to fix the hand there, obviously. And then maybe some of this stuff is a little faster too. I'm just holding down Shift and selecting those frames, making sure everything is selected, all those controls. Ah, why does it keep doing that? Just like click right on that thing. And just double click and right mouse click and snap, make sure they're all at whole number keyframes. See if that's any better. Still think that end part could be a little faster. And maybe he could do a little more. He just, like by the time he stood up, we should see a difference in his pace than from when he was like on the ground and sleepy, like a little bit more lively. So maybe a couple other little poses there. But yeah, basically your poses are pretty good. I just think getting that arm planted and that foot planted in a timely way is going to make it much better.